Okay, right. Evening. If you've got a block, have a block. Doesn't matter if you haven't though. We're starting on our back. In this block, we're working on a particular movement in each class that we kind of repeat a little bit through different exercises. So we'll do a little warm up first. Take your arms and legs in the air, give them a little shake out. And then bring a hand on each knee and circle your knees open and closed. Circle the other way. And take the left foot to the floor. Hold the back of your right leg and circle your right foot round. Circle it the other way. And then slide your hands further up the leg, try and straighten your knee out a bit more. Pull the back of the hip toward the ground as your foot lengthens away from the hip. Stretching the back of your leg out. And then let's try and do a few more little circles while we hold the stretch. And then the other way. And then return that foot down, hold the back of your left leg, circle your left foot. And the other way. And slide up the back of the leg, stretching the leg out. As you straighten the leg, try and keep the back of your hip to the ground. Little circle through your foot. Always creaks and cracks my left foot and the other way. Has been broken before, so that might have something to do with it. Okay, and then again, both knees into your chest. Hands behind your head. Curl your head up towards your knees, so as if your nose is trying to touch your knees, so just bring it close and then back down. Do that 2 more times. Hands are supporting the weight of your head. 1 more of those. Curling your chest up. This time stay up. And see if you can bring your knees to your nose, keeping your head there. Knees to nose. 3, 2, 1. And then feet go down, knees apart. And then arms loosely behind, butterfly stretching the legs. And then pushing the legs out straight, arms reach straight. And then we're taking banana stretch. So step your feet toward the right side of the mat, shift your head and shoulders toward the right side of the mat, cross the left ankle over and pull on your left wrist. You want to keep the buttock and shoulder on the floor. And then go the other side. Banana stretch. Right ankle crossing, pull on the right arm so your right side is long. Feel the stretch down your right side. And then come back into center. And bring your arms down by your side. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Okay, and then begin some pelvic tilts back and forwards. As you tilt your pelvis back and forwards, just feel the orientation of your pelvis. You're moving toward the top edge of your pelvis where the lower back is completely flattened to the ground, and then you're rolling toward the far side of your pelvis where your lower back is arched off the ground and there's a gap there. Okay, so just tilting a couple more times back and forwards. And then find a midpoint between the two, as if you're trying to press your back down to the ground again, but not forcing it down, where the back of the pelvis now feels level. Put 1 hand on your lower belly, 1 hand on your upper belly, so that's 1 hand below the belly button, 1 hand above the belly button. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, feel the muscles drawing the upper and lower abdomen towards each other. Now keep that, slightly tuck your chin. and relax your arms down to the floor. So keeping the core muscles now switched on, wherever you prod should feel firm. Make your right foot mentally, not moving, just mentally make your right foot lighter and start to feel how the connection of your right leg comes from deep into your core. Can you make your right foot lighter without lifting it, without the pelvis moving? And then relax that feeling in the right leg, but keep your core switched on and just transfer mentally as if you're trying to lift your left leg off the ground, but you're not. You're just feeling how that left leg draws in and connects into your core. Okay, now we'll add some movement. So relaxing the feeling of the left leg as you connect your right leg into your core, this time floating the right leg into a knee fold. With a bent knee at 90 degrees, return your foot back to the floor, switch mentally to the left leg, and then lift the left leg. Okay, just keeping the knee at 90 degrees as we return the foot lightly to the floor, mentally switching to the right leg and then lifting the right leg. So there's just a moment where we mentally switch our attention for the leg to connect to the core before it lifts. Inhaling down and exhaling up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Now, can we do that without the pelvis rocking side to side, without the lower and upper abdomen separating? We don't need to force the lower back to the ground, but we might be in a neutral or imprint possibly. Imprint is better for beginners and some spinal types. Next time the right leg lifts, so don't rush to get there, but next time your right leg lifts, keep your right leg up. Gonna add the movement on, which is going to be our more repetitive movement through the exercises. So the first movement was to lift it. The second movement is to straighten your leg the best you can. The third movement is to lower the leg toward the floor, keeping your belly strong so it hovers off the ground. And the fourth movement is just to bring it back in again, foot to the floor. So left leg, first movement, lifting in a bent position. Second movement, straightening it. Third movement, lowering your straight leg. Fourth movement, bending it back in again. So we're back to the start position. So inhale to begin. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, straighten right. Exhale, lower right. Inhale, bend it back to where it began. Exhale, lift left. Inhale, straighten left. Exhale, lower left. Inhale, bend it back to where it began. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, bend it back in. Exhale, lift left. Inhale, straighten left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bend it back in. One more with the right. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, straighten right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bend it back in. Last one with the left. We're doing it all with control so the pelvis doesn't move. Straighten. Lower. Bend it back in. Right leg lifts. Keep it there. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows in line with the tip of your nose. Curl your head, shoulders, and then chest away from the ground. Looking at your right leg, extend it so that it's in line with your left leg, so the knees are level with each other, and then bend it back in towards you. Extend it so the knees are in line, bend it back towards you. Do that one more time. Extend and bend. So now cross your left shoulder toward the right knee, and then as you come back to center, straighten the leg out. Cross shoulder to knee, straighten the leg out. You're feeling the back left side of your chest lift off the ground as you cross diagonally over. Keeping the elbows out nice and wide. It's almost like your hands and head are pressing against each other to help keep a fixed shape in the upper body. So we have to make the movement in the lower body. Two more. One. The leg is straight, bend it back in. Lower your foot to the floor, lower your head back down to the ground. Take a breath in. A breath out, the left leg lifts. A breath in. A breath out, curl your head, shoulders and chest up. Keep it here, extend the legs so knees and thighs are level, bend the leg back in. Extend away from your core, so when the leg extends away, it's not changing the position of the spine. Keep the leg bent, lift the right chest, right shoulder toward the left leg. When you come to center, straighten the leg out. Cross, push away. Cross, and away. Inhaling center, exhaling cross. Inhaling center, exhaling cross. 2 more, here we go for the last 2, really focusing on the lift and twist of the right side of your chest. Back to center, bend the leg back towards you, lower your foot and your head back down to the ground, drop the knees apart, butterfly stretch, arms loosely behind. You might flutter your knees for a little release in the inner thighs and particularly the hip flex and the belly. And then a full body stretch as the legs straighten out, arms stretch back, wriggle yourself along. Oh, I could feel those in my tummy. That's nice. Bring your arms down, bring your feet in flat to the floor, hip distance apart. Back to the little pelvic tilts. This time, the pelvic tilt, you're going to lift your bottom further off the ground and then start peeling your spine off the floor into a bridge. At the top of the bridge, across the back of your shoulder blades, inhale. Exhale, roll your way back down again. Inhaling as you land. Exhaling as you roll off. A nice steady plant through the feet, inhaling at the top, exhaling as you roll down. Inhaling as you land, exhaling as you roll up. Inhaling, feeling the knees reach beyond the toes, exhale, rolling down. Inhale as you land and then roll up and stay up this time. Okay, when I say knees reaching beyond the toes, they're not actually going beyond the toes, but there's a feeling of your knees trying to reach in the direction where the toes are pointing. So now keep it here. Press a bit more firmly into the back of your arms for upper body stability. Use your abdominal muscles. Feel upper and lower abdomen connect, even though you're lifted. And the back of your legs connect. Now imagine your right foot coming off the floor. Just mentally transfer the weight into your left leg. Switch, so mentally transfer, so now it's as if you're feeling the left foot come off the floor. Next time we do it, we'll alternate, so lifting the right leg into a single knee fold, inhale, foot down, left leg into a knee fold, inhale, foot down, exhale, lift, inhale, down, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Again, just a moment in that lift where you mentally exchange the effort from one leg to the other. Keep using the back of your arms, keep using your abdomen and your legs, your glutes particularly. The tailbone is tucked, 1 more each leg. Exhale, lift, inhale, foot down, last left, lift, put down, and then roll down. When you get down, just reach for your block, roll up again, and this time place the block underneath the back of your pelvis without touching it. So you're putting it under the back of your pelvis so it's low enough so that when you're up, you're not touching it, but it's nearby. So it's going to be a monitor to tell you whether you start to drop or whether you go wonky. We're going to lift the right leg into the knee fold and do the same as we did before. Straighten your leg in the air, lower your straight leg towards the other leg, and then bend foot back to the floor. Lift the left leg, straighten your leg in the air, lower your straight leg so your knees are level, bend foot back to the floor, straighten right, lift right, straighten, lower, bend, lift left, straighten, lower, bend, lift right, straighten, lower, foot back down, lift left, straighten, lower, foot back down, lift right, keep using your arms, your core, your glutes, bend, lift left, straighten, lower, 1 more each side, bend, lift right, straighten, lower, bend, lift left, straighten, lower, bend, move the block out from behind. Bring your right knee back up, bring the knee quite close in and then push the leg away. 5, bend it in, push away. 4, we're going to flex the foot, bend in, push away. 3, 2, keeping the hips level. 1, foot back down to the floor, lift the left knee, Flex the foot, push away 5, inhale, push away 4, inhale, 3, sense the block is underneath, 2, I did take it out a bit prematurely there, 1, and then bend, return your foot to the floor and roll your spine back down, taking care to roll over the lower back. Great stuff. Both knees have a little hug into your chest. Left foot to the floor, cross your right ankle onto the left knee and bring the left leg in, hands behind the thigh. Shoulders press back. Left foot down, right leg in the air, hamstring stretch. Right foot down, cross left ankle, and bring the hands behind the back of your right leg. Right foot down, left leg in the air, hamstring stretch. And then return that foot to the floor as well. Turn onto your side. Prop your head on your hand. And your free hand, you're going to pop the hand on the floor in front of you. Keep your bottom leg a little bit bent on the ground and bring your top bent knee towards your elbow. Okay, flex your foot so your toes are pulling towards your knee. We're going to push the leg, so this is your bent position. Then push your leg up in the air. Keep your hip facing forwards. Lower the leg down to hip height. And then bend it back into your knee and do a tap on your knee. 1, 2, then push high, lower, knee in, tap 1, 2, push high, lower, tap, tap, push high, lower, tap, tap, push high, lower, tap, tap, 1 more, high, lower. Now pushing low this time, push low, go high, tap, tap, push low, go high, tap, tap, low, high, tap, tap, low, high. 1 more of those. Try and keep your hips facing forwards. Now we're going low and high and repeating it, up and down, up and down. See if now that we've got more simplified with the movement of the leg, whether you can check that the bottom curve of your waist isn't just collapsing to the floor. Even if it's touching the floor, you're still holding from your core. I'm going to take your free hand now and just place it round into your lower back and press your belly button towards your arm on your lower back. So it really makes you actively and consciously engage your belly. 3 more of the leg lifts, pushing through your heel. 2, 1. Great stuff. Bring your knee forwards, give your hip a little rub. And catch hold of your ankle and point the knee away. Hip pressing forwards, front of the thigh stretching. As you release that leg, spin up, turn onto your other hip. So you're facing the screen still probably. Okay, free hand, fingertips on the floor. If you go with a flat hand, you tend to roll forwards more. So get the fingertips and it'll help you to roll your top shoulder back. Keep your square in the hips and shoulders a bit more. Okay, so we're lifting the top knee toward the elbow. We start off low, push low, lift high, knee taps 1, 2, push low, lift high, tap, tap. Oh, actually, we did start it the other way on the other side, didn't we? Not to worry. Doing both. High, tap, tap, push low, lift high, tap, tap. 2 more. 1 more. Reverse direction, go high, lower, tap, tap. High, lower, tap, tap. High. When your leg kicks high, that's where the hip's going to want to fall back. So keep your hip pressing forwards. 1 more round. High, low, tap, tap. Now we're going out with the leg and keeping it there as we go up and down, consciously aware of the bottom curve of the waist not collapsing. And then we take the free arm round behind and just feel the back of your waist pressing slightly against the arm to prevent your back from arching forwards. 4, 3, 2, they feel good, don't they? Feel like you're working, certainly. 1, lovely, and then bring your knee forwards, give it a little rub along wherever you feel it. We get more of those in when we're in 4-5 minute class, but I felt enough for now. Press the hip forwards, the knee back. Okay, and we're just going to come around to hands and knees. Take a few cat-cows once you're there. Moving your spine up and down. And then we can do a similar thing down onto our forearms, hips to the floor. Just going to work into the spine a bit here. Legs out nice and long. Push into the top of the feet, straighten your knees. The knees, when they straighten, your leg bones might pull away from the ground slightly, but keep your feet and your pubic bone in the ground. Hands point out slightly, so your hands are wider than your shoulders. Press into your hands, see if you can lift the elbows slightly from the floor and then touch them back down. Good, press into the hands a little lift. If that's too deep a bend, so if there's a sensitivity in your back, any spinal conditions, you can do it with your hands further forwards and not even have to lift. Yeah, so you don't have to lift anymore. Your elbows can straighten, but without having to lift the chest any higher. If you're in the Sphinx position, the only way your elbows will lift is by coming up higher. Okay, let's do 3 more. 3. The best you can at keeping your legs straight. 2. 1. And down to child's pose. Nice deep breath right down to the tailbone end of your spine. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet forwards to your hands so you're at the top end of your mat. Roll your spine up. Roll your shoulders back. Okay, we'll try and put that leg movement into balance now. So, just first of all, transfer your balance into your right leg. Feel your core connect as if you're trying to lift the left foot off the floor. Transfer your balance into your left leg. Feel the right leg connecting into your core. Transfer back to your right leg again. Feel the left leg connect into your core. Hold the back of your left leg as you bring it up. Keep the leg connected to your core. Straighten your leg, open your arms. Lower down with control. Transfer your weight to your left leg. Right leg connects to your core. Lift your right leg. Open, inhale. Lower, exhale. Inhale, transfer your balance. Exhale, lift left. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, transfer your weight. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, transfer your balance. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open, keep your waist back. When your leg straightens out, imagine your forearm across your lower back. Transfer your weight. So you lift the leg and then keep your waist back against your imaginary forearm. Lower, well, let's do it one more time each side. Transfer to the right, lift left. Open. Lower. Transfer to left, lift right. Open. And lower. Roll down, you're still stood at the top end of your mat. Roll down. At the bottom of the roll down, hang loosely. And take a really long step back with your right leg and lower your knee to the floor. I'm going to grab something for my knee to go on. Bring your hands onto your left thigh, lunge the hips forwards, and then push your left thigh with your hands in order to press your waist back. Okay, so you're pushing rather than, I will just take my arms away so you can see, rather than sinking forwards or leaning forwards, your hands are going to push the leg, and you're going to move your chest up and then pull the belly back. The difference between that and that. Yep. Hands come down, step the right foot forwards, take the left leg back. Drop your knee, hands on the right thigh. And when you initially get there, it's fine if you're leaning forwards, but once you've got your hands on the leg, then you draw your chest back, push the hands on the leg and pull the belly back. Feel it opening into the front of your left hip. Hands come back down. This time step to a plank position. Both legs go back. And lower your knees first and bend your elbows, take your plank all the way down to the ground. Rest your head onto your hands. Straighten your legs just like you did before, pressing into the top of the feet and your pubic bone. Imagine your forearm across your lower back and feel your belly trying to press against the imaginary forearm, keeping your legs straight. Lift your right leg off the floor, then try bending your right heel towards your bottom. Straighten it again, lower it down. Then lift the left straight leg off the floor, heel towards the bottom, straighten, lower it back down. Inhaling, exhale, lift, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift left, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift right, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift left. Try and keep the thigh bone off the ground when you bend the best you can. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. One more each leg. Lift right. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lower. Last left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lower. Hands to the floor. Push back to child's pose. Give your bottom a little stretch back. And into downward facing dog. Still with the bottom stretching back. And then walk your feet forwards to your hands, hold on to opposite elbows, swing side to side. Like a bent forwards banana sort of stretch, getting into the side body. Hands to the floor, lower your bottom down to sitting, bring the soles of your feet together in a thigh stretch. Push the fingers behind, press your belly forwards and open up your chest. And then into center, bring your knees down into your, come down, bring your knees into your chest, one hand each knee, and circle the knees open and close like we did at the beginning. And then the other way. Arms and legs in the air, give them a shake out. And then we'll relax a minute or two. So just taking your feet down, maybe straightening your legs out. Get into your comfortable position. Ideally, make it so that your arms and legs are open, maybe off your mat even, so that there's a bit of space in the joints. You even feel, it's like your eyes part wider, the eyebrows part wider, bring space across your face. Let the relaxed cheeks almost slipping towards your ears. A few more breaths without moving anything purposefully. Couple more breaths. Can you be any more released in your body? Is there anything more you can let go of? Can you be any looser, any softer? And then wriggle your fingers and toes. Arms stretch back, legs together. Wriggle your waistline long. Arms lift, look up towards your fingertips in the air. Keep looking over your fingertips and then curl your head and shoulders and chest off the floor so your fingers are pointing over your toes. Press into your lower back and see what that feels like. Come back down again. If it didn't feel like you can come all the way up, then turn to your side and come up. Otherwise, watch your fingertips as you curl up, pressing through your lower back, using your belly muscles, lift tall, bring your hands back down, and then together. Well done. Thank you.